Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Happy Halloween. Hi, Nessa. Hi, SCM Life. Don, Principal Rose, Alexandra. Yeah, what a big, yes, a shock, huh? Cindy, hey, Cindy, how are you? Inner peace. Oh, wonderful, Jackie. Oh, thank you, Principal Rose. Hi, Vince. Has any more? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Susan. Oh, thank you. Anna, Michelle, Lynn, Jeanette, Renee, Linda Gibson, Christina, Annie, Vanessa, Arlene. Good to have you. Jackie, Tammy R. Seriously, Julie. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Auntie. Hi, Anna. Hi, Karina. Hi, Butterfly. Inner Peace. Sam. Celeste. Stella. Luna. Uh, Artist Liz, Diane Copas, Lena Melling, Butterfly, Joanne. Happy Halloween. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Christina, Leota, Anna, Joy, Viviane, Susie, Jackie, Mickey Moon, Arlene, Prairie. Wow, so many of you. Angel up above, Jennifer, AO, Susan, Juniper Vale, who is dressed up in a piece, Susan, Rama, Iris, Gemali, Roma, Ethereal, yes, Don, wonderful, so good to have you. Deborah Ann is here, Stella, Lori, Lucretia, so many people. Mere Dragon, Wild Rose, Lily Drew. We're gonna have a lot of fun here. We're 205, 206. So many comments. I never had that many people. I don't know who I am though. Do you like an old man with the you see the horns? Yeah. A witch hat, yes. It's a party. So lots going on here. We're gonna get some games. I promise you that there would be games. Also, there's gonna be at the end a big reveal, at the end, and that's something that everyone will benefit from. Something for everyone, which has to deal with 2026 predictions, and everyone will benefit from it. So, yes, we're going to do some games, but be sure that at the end, thank you, Toms, at the end of all this, there's going to be something at the end of the hour for everyone to enjoy. So stay until the end. It's going to be a big reveal. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting. Um, is everyone dressed up on the chat? Is anyone dressed up? Angel up above? Yeah, what are you dressed up as? Thank you, Lily. It's a witch. No, you're not dressed up, Nessa. Happy Halloween. So, as a witch, Tammy. All right, excellent. Thank you, Connie. Oh, you're sick, Deborah? Well, that's very kind of you to be here and sending you some healing um, energies. You're in your pajama, Killian. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Your dog Judy is dressed up. That's super cool. All right, Lori. Yeah, I understand. All right. So we're gonna do some games. Um, Before we do that, I wanted also to share with you something new that I am putting up, launching today, and you can actually win it through the games. Um, this I've been working on really, really hard. It is a magazine, the Third Witch magazine. And in this magazine, this is the first edition. There will be predictions by sign for next year. There's some recipes for the holidays. Um, there's travel articles. There's a quiz about the four elements and which element you connect to. There's how to set up for a psychic reading, how to connect with your spirit guides, how to connect with your spirit guides, and on and on and on. It's like 52 pages of this magazine, no commercial, and I will be launching it today. There's a digital version or a paper version. So that's a little bit something for the holidays where you can find this magazine. And so I will obviously gift some of those magazines during the show today. That's like the first surprise here. Some of you will win a paper version, of the magazine. And really, the important part will be, I pulled some cards for each sign, so you can see each sign, and then it really talks about your cards for next year, for 2026. So I think that's really exciting. There's some numerology, there's Chinese astrology as well, predictions from Nostradamus, predictions from Baba Vanga. Yes, I think it's like we do a lot of things um, in the digital world, but this is going to be in the paper version, like a real magazine, old school magazine. And so this is being launched today. So I will put links. Um, so that will be probably the first prize to win, right? The first prize to win for the show. Um, so for our games, for our games, I thought that I would ask a question, and the first person that I see getting the answer correctly will win. Okay. So let's just kind of do that. And then the first prize is gonna be like a paper version of the magazine, right? The paper version of the magazine. So that's gonna be the first prize to win. Uh, So what you will do if you win is that you will, if I say that you won, if I see you as being the first person with the right answer, then you will have to email me. I will put your name down and then with your address so I can mail you your prize. So anyone who will win today, just send me an email, tell me what you want, your address, and then you'll receive for the first prize. That would be a paper version of the magazine for the first prize. Okay, so I'm putting some questions regarding Halloween. So are you ready to play? Are you all ready to play? All right. So the first question is, you're ready. In what decade? So the 1910s, the 1920s, the 1930s, etc., etc. In what decade did trick or treating as a widespread custom become popular in the US? In what decade did trick or treating as a widespread custom become popular in the US? Okay, I see the first person who's right is Kate V because it's at the 1950s. So Kate V, you won, and you find my email uh, in the in the description of the video. You were the first one to have it right, Kate. So congratulations, you won a paper version of the magazine. Congratulations, Kate. That is um, where you won. So yeah, we're gonna do another game in a couple minutes. Uh, but maybe in the meantime, I can pull some cards. Does anyone has a question? This is Halloween. The veil is very thin, so I can do a couple questions until the next prize. All right, question until the next prize. All right, Nancy. No, I found Nancy was all right. Yes. Can you tell me if our house will sell in a possible time frame? Nancy. Nancy. Will our house will sell in a possible time frame? I see an offer. I see an offer here. Knight of sorry, you can see the cup. Knight of Cups. The judgment is the communication. And I got the Three of Wands. So that could very well be 3 months. Just because of that. But yes, I feel like your house will sell. Simply superb. A message from your guide. A message from your guide. The Eight of Wands. It's like I feel like there's an acceleration. Um, and you know, things have been a little bit quiet, you feel, but I do see an acceleration. Four Swords, it's been quiet, but I see an acceleration. So things gonna move forward in your life. Maybe things were a little stuck, maybe um, things were not moving, and then I do see things coming to fruition. Okay. Uh, Godiva one. Will I get a job soon? Will I get a job soon? Godiva one. Will I get a job soon? Is there like travel involved or Nine of Swords? Like I feel like you have to like go after. I I get this sense like there's a job coming. I don't feel like this is soon. There's either some sort of a wait or you have to commute. I feel like this job might involve some sort of commute. I keep getting a movement with the chariot. So either commute or have to move somewhere. Um, that sort of thing. But I don't see it soon. Um, I would say either very end of year or early next year. Okay. Um, let's continue. Connie Parker, a message from your dad. Wow, I got the tower. So was there something really, really drastic, really, really crazy that happened when he passed? Like it feels like very dramatic. Um he's saying like there's a new beginning. I think his passing led to him being something like off his shoulder, maybe there was something that he was really dealing with that he doesn't have to deal with, but he wants you to be happy. There's a celebration card. And so, as traumatic as it was, I feel like he also wants you to be happy and have fun. Okay. Um, very much. Uh, Ellen R. I would like to work part time or occasionally after I retire from work. Will I succeed in finding what kind of work? I don't think it's easy. I think to find like the right match for what you want to do. I feel, Ellen, that you will find, but you're going to have to be patient in terms of picking the right opportunity. Okay. Two of Swords, like I think it's going to take some time for you to decide on what you do. So the answer is yes, but it's going to take some time. Maxine Brown, you feel like your supervisor dislikes you. Her attitude has changed. Are you correct? Does she dislike you? I don't feel like she does dislike you. I feel like there's a little bit of a misunderstanding. um it's a personality difference, it's a personality conflict. I feel like this shouldn't have an impact to your work. I just feel like you are viewed as a worker, and I feel like you're s- she's seeing you as a good worker. There's a difference of a personality, but I feel like this is not really impacting um kind of your work per person. It's a personality thing, but it's not so much preventing you to do good job. And I think she sees that you're doing good job. Virgo's Groove, thank you for your donation. A message from your dad. The veil is very thin. This is perfect to ask. This is like the Eight of Cups, like a sense of loss. And I felt like he is acknowledging the struggle from when you passed, uh, and I feel like he's just seeing the struggle that you had, and maybe still has, but he's sending a lot of encouragement. He's very much their King of Swords. That's how he's presenting himself, and so I think there's an acknowledgement of your courage that is coming through him. All right, thank you, Virgos. Lil Janet Sund, a message from your brother. I feel like your brother is talking about you being successful, that having had also your share of challenges, your share of the word like is coming is constraint. And I get the sense that it says that you're going to be successful, but you shouldn't give up to pursue and keep going. I think this is the word that he keeps saying, keep going, and some newness coming into your life. Alexandra, thank you for your donation. Um, Thank you for the nice words on the costume. Will my daughter have her wedding in April? The Ace of Wands, to me, that's a yes. It is meant to happen. I feel like there's maybe some sense of doubts, like there's weighing decisions or weighing things, but I keep getting a yes, Alexandra. So I feel like this is gonna happen, even though I feel like there's an energy of a doubt, but I see it happening with that Ace of Wands that came through. All right, I'll come back to those questions later, but we're gonna do another game if you're ready. So if you have donated, I will come back to you also in a minute, but we're also doing some games in between. So I will make sure that if you donated, I will do your questions, but right now I'm also focusing on everybody, and also I want to have some fun with our games. um the next prize is also a magazine, also a paper magazine like this one. So we were going to do kind of also a quiz with a question. and so that we can actually play together. And those are Halloween questions. All right. Next question. It's also for the magazine. All right, you're ready. Um, which 1973 film was one of the first horror movies nominated for Best Picture Oscar? Which 1973 film was one of the first horror movies nominated for Best Picture Oscar? Yes, it is The Exorcist, and I see that it is Holly who won. Congratulations, Holly, you won. Um, you were the first one with the right answer. And so all you need to do is send me your by email your mailing address, and you will get a copy of the magazine as well. So congratulations. Well done, Holly. You were the first one. All right, let me do a couple more questions, and then we'll play a little bit more. Um Ethereal energy. My two of my ancestors testify against two separate women who were hung in Salem. I made a karmic apology to them the last time you were in Salem. Did they hear it? Wow, very deep question. The world, to me, like that's a yes card, because that's a complete circle from the beginning to the end. The Seven of Swords, that's like the bad stuff that happened with uh the the apology, basically. Four Swords, the end of this is came to peace. So you brought with your karmic apology, you brought back a situation of peace. Look at that next card, Justice. So it's like the perfect answer for your question, Joanna. Thank you so much. Very truly yours. Will my new channel be successful? Will my new channel be successful? Six of Pentacles. That is actually a really good card. So yes, it will be successful. And I see traffic that you built over time. Yes. Ellen, and thank you again for your donation. Ellen's intuitive guidance, a message from your guides. Oh, the Ten of Cups. It's showing like a whole happiness coming your way in rainbows. So that I feel like it's sending, I think it's the spirits sending a lot of positive energies. It ties with colors. So I don't know if you like to have different colors or radiation of different colors, but that I think it's definitely something that you should look the different colors and auras. Celeste Jamerson, any message from my husband? And Tom, a message from your husband. For your husband, and Tom from his daughter. I'm trying to understand. A message for your husband, and Tom from his daughter Carol in spirit. I'm trying to understand the question. The MD Tom, I don't understand that. And I want to make sure I understand well your question, Celeste. Do you mind retyping it? Because I'm a bit confused. Sunny D, do I have a message from my mom or ancestors? Your mom is there, the Empress. Four of Pentacles, she's talking about stability, how there will be stability in your life. You will get anything that you need. You're planting the seeds for happiness, and she's sending you a lot of strength. So that is very, very nice. Uh, let's do another game. Yes, let's do another game. And for the next game, there is to win my tarot deck, the Mystical Tarot of the Saints. All right. You will win the whole 78 cards for the Mystical Tarot of the Saints. Right. Those cards here. I have some of them. This is Archangel Michael. This is, you can see some of those cards here. So if you already have the deck, or maybe you can participate and you donate to someone, but this is, you already have it, Lisa. Yep. So, but you can donate it to someone. So we're going to play this other game. Okay, let's see. This one is a little bit more complicated because it's a two-part answer. So I would need to see two answers in the same in the chat. When you put the chat, you will need two answers. And basically, what two colors combination is most associated with Halloween, and why? And why? What do those two colors symbolize? So what are the two colors for Halloween, and why? Why those two colors? What do they mean for the deck? All right. Yes, the answer is, but why? Why those two colors? What do they mean? What do they symbolize? A lot of people have the right colors, but so far I haven't seen. No. But why? Yeah. Mm. Not exactly pumpkins and witches. Orange and black, but orange lantern, no. Some people had very close answers, but I'm looking for something in particular. Orange. Okay, that is Sharon. Black is death, and orange is harvest. That was the answer that I was looking for. So Sharon, you won. You won, Sharon. You won this deck, the Mystical Tarot of the Saints, and congratulations. Because it is, if you go, I mean, I'm sure that there's different traditions, but that was really the word that I was looking for: harvest and death. And that is really kind of the meaning of it all. So congratulations, Sharon. You had the exact kind of two keywords here. And I see Maxine had it right, but you had it a little bit later than Sharon. So Sharon won. Okay. So let me continue with some of the questions, and then maybe let's just say like in 5-6 minutes we do another game. Okay, so Prairie. Should I file a max practice suit against Dr. Shah? Should I file a max practice suit against Dr. Shah? Whoa. I feel like if you do, it's going to be like literally war, right? The tower in flames, the Five of Wands. And so I think you really need to consider that this would be equivalent of going to war. And do you want to put that energy into it? I think it's not a question of winning or losing. I think you would get some help along the way, but this is something very intense that you will need to consider. So the spirits, they're not saying no, but they're saying, yes, you could, but you would have to really be prepared that a lot emotionally being involved for that. Um, Wild Rose, thank you also for your donation. Should I create a YouTube channel to do my readings and classes? Nine of Cups, that's like a strong yes. That's your wish card. Feels like it's a perfect spot. Raven Peaks, you find pennies when you feel mixed up and wonder if my late mom is sending them as a sign. I think the Seven of Cups talks about illusions, and so I think this is to trick you a little bit. Ten of Cups, to me, that's like a yes card. It's like a sense of love, but also to Six of Wands, that's also a strong yes. Um, Hierophant coming from spirit. Yes, I feel like this is her. This is coming from spirit. This is a way to almost like confuse you a little bit. Seven of Cups. Atigari, will I be successful in my job as the cash application department and cash research team? The Emperor, yes. I feel like, this is number four legs of a chair, something you can go for it. Yes, I see you successful, Adi. Maria is grateful. Thank you also for your donation. Do you see me having finances and energy to travel or live abroad for the next few years? Having finance and energy to live abroad. I'm getting a yes. Yes, the money is there. Success, Six of Wands. So I'm getting a big yes here. A big yes. Go for it. They're saying go for it. Vince, will I find a reasonable apartment in the Bay Area for me and my dogs? I heard yes, but let's try to give you some details. I think it's been difficult. It's been challenging. Ten of Cups also. Wow, we're getting a lot of Ten of Cups. Temperance, be patient. It will almost, I get the sense like it will come to you. It will come to you. A decision will come. I think, yes, you're moving, Wheel of Fortune. But I think it's going to require patience, Vince. Sunny, did I do your question before or not? I'm sorry if I think I did. If not, just let me know in the chat or the moderators will tell me. Vivian, when do you see my legal case resolved? Thank you also for your donation. When I see your legal case resolved, that's legal right there. Page of sword. The Empress. I think it's the case is looking good for you, but I think it's gonna take some time. I'm hearing like 3-4 months. Is that possible? Because I mean, with the Hermit, it takes time. Not this year. I feel like early next year, Vivian. That's what it feels like. Natalie V, thank you for your donation. Your cousin was killed on Halloween. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. His name is Eric. Eric. He's safe. He's totally like in control of his soul, of his situation. Look at that, the star. I think the star is the connection with you, connection with the star. Look at the star. Are you looking at the star? I think it's like the inspiration. He says like he can manifest himself at night, looking at the stars, the moon. He has really crossed over. It's a card of celebration. I know this is sad, but I feel like it still wants you to celebrate, to be happy, especially I feel with the holidays. with the holidays. Artist Liz, does my mom Margaret or brother John have any messages for me for my finances or a new apartment? Does your mom Margaret or John have a message for your finances or new apartment? I mean, they're talking about a new apartment for you. They feel it's difficult right now. You've had struggle, but they're seeing you able to make the decision. I think this is your mom who's behind this. She's the one who's coming through the right away. They see an apartment. The money will be there. The money will be there. I feel it like around like April, May to June. Success. June feels very strong. Six of One, that would be June, feels very, very strong. Okay. All right. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. We're gonna send also gift uh, another uh, deck of cards, my tarot deck. Okay. So let's play that with a question. All right, this one is pretty easy. So it's really going to be about the right time. I think it's easy. Okay. This is to win my deck, Mystical Tarot of the Saints. Just if you haven't seen it, you know the cards. This is the cards here. Yeah. So here is the question, and this is fairly easy. So you're gonna go pretty quick. You're gonna go pretty quick with this answer. What is the most commercially successful Halloween costume of all time? What is the most commercially successful Halloween costume of all time? It is the witch, and the winner is Inner Peace. Congratulations, Inner Peace. You won. You won. It's the witch. Congratulations, Inner Peace. You won. All right, let me take a couple more questions, and then maybe like another 5 minutes, we're gonna do another game again. Okay? Papier cuts. My parents passed 4 days apart of June 2010. Is there a message from me from either of them? Sorry for your loss. Papier cuts. A message from your parents. 4 days apart. That's really, really hard. A message from your parents. The judgment. I felt like they're trying to connect with you. I feel like there's some messages that are coming through. They acknowledge your hardship. There's something about money. They say that you're going to be okay financially or something related to their money or the will, or I don't know. There's something about money. And they saying like you made the right decisions. You made the right decisions. And they see you another 10 of cups. We keep getting it, which is great today. They see you like very happy um, and solid in your future. They want you to leave. Look at them, the star. They're in spirit. I think the key point that I get there, Paper Kurtz, is that they're trying to communicate with you. So you might want to check if you're getting their messages. All right. Jason, that's super kind. Very, very kind. Thank you. Diane, your daughter lives in Dallas, Texas. Will she ever move back to Kansas City? I don't feel like this is soon, but she will. I feel like she will, but not soon. Like not next year. Knight of Pentacles, that's a yes, but that's the slowest card. So, um, yeah, she will, but I don't feel like it's next year. Lynn, thank you. I don't know if you have a question. Arlene, a message from your mother, Virgie. A message from your mother, Virgie. And please make sure you stay until the end because there's like a big announcement, a gift for everyone. So you want to make sure you stay for that because everyone you'll get your own ways of getting your predictions for 2026. So it's a surprise. Arlene, a message from your mother, Virgie. Oh, she's sending a lot of sunshine. We hadn't had the sun yet. She's there, the Empress. I felt like your mom had a strong personality. She was very giving. I feel like she's sending you plenty of sunshine and she's sending it from her way from where she's at to you. She's feeling that you've been pushing very hard to build your life, and she's I feel like she's sending joy, she's sending happiness, but it's most importantly sunshine and flowers and flowers. I actually have a flower. Look at this, a dark rose. Thank you, Sharon. Happy Halloween. Seriously, Julie, thank you as well. Is there a possibility I could get into the nursing program at Cayuga Community College for the spring 26 semester? You know what? It feels like you will, but it feels a bit early. So I don't know if I see you going there, but the spring is the part that makes me feel like it's a little bit early. Um, so my answer is yes, I see you getting into the nursing program, but I felt like this is not spring 26. I feel like it's later. Ness, your astrology business is slower right now. Do you see it changing? It's going to pick back up. It's part of those cycles. It's going to pick back up. Yeah, I can see the wheel of fortune. The change is coming, but I really see it picking the star. Isn't that funny for astrology? It's going to come, but early next year. Look, celebration. I feel like this is just a matter of early next year. When we get to January, there's a strong pickup here. So your end of year might not be as high as you thought, but early next year it will pick back up. Lena Melling, your mom passed at 100 years old. Wow. Any message? I felt like she was just ready to go. Ready to go. Is she with, I see a man there. She's with someone. She's with a man. I don't know who that is. Could be your dad or her own father. It feels like it has that father energy. And look at that, the Two of Cups. So it's her and someone that are together. All right. Let's do a game. Let's do a game. And this one, I want to give away. I want to give away the Whales Oracle. I want to give away this, and it is for sale now. It is the Voices of the Whale Oracle. Um, I don't know if I've shown it, but you see some of those whales. It is on sale right now for 22 more days. So you really, really want, and it comes with a book. And the book really tells you kind of all the revelations. Um, this is like about a 200 pages book that explain the the meaning of the oracle cards. Yes. So I encourage you to, if you connected with the ocean, to to get uh, to get the deck if you're interested by an oracle that's like have the whales, the dolphins. This is something that you want to get into. There's a link as well. But let's play. Who's gonna win? So that's kind of a big prize. It is the oracle deck and then the book. Okay. So let's find a question that's kind of a bit more difficult here. Find a question that okay, let's do this question. That's a difficult question. All right. How do you call the traditional divination method of using candle wax in water to predict the future? What's the name of the divination method of using candle wax in water to predict the future? Scrying, not it belongs to the scrying method, but it has its own name. Yes, Lara, Ceromancy. Ceromancy. Oh, yes, Lara, you were the first one. Oh, actually, Sabrina was before. Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually, no, Lara. You were like so close. It is Lara. Lara was the first one. Lara was the first one. Wow, you're so good. You're so good. So, congratulations, Lara. And I love your Ukraine heart here. And so you won the Voices of the Whale, the book, the cards, and please send me by email your address so that I can send you the book and the cards. So remind me like you won in my email. All right, let's do a couple more questions, and then there's going to be more prizes to win. More prizes coming, at least two. Okay. All right. And I want to put a stop if we can to the questions because I want to make sure that I have time to do all of them. So let's close questions as of now. Let's go questions as of now. Christy, a message from your spirit guides. And let me use those. Oh, yeah, I also have this dog here. Look at this dog. I have the dog. I have the rose. All right, Christy. And then, of course, you want to know what's the surprise at the end. There's a big surprise that everyone can benefit from. Everyone. A message from your spirit guides, Christy. Possibilities. So this is just they want you to be open to possibilities. Nivra, will my husband be approved for his visa to immigrate here? I'm getting a yes, but there's like bureaucracy being involved. Bureaucracy being involved. The innocence card, to me, that's like a yes card. I feel like time. I'm hearing a couple months. I hope this matches with what you expect, but that's what I'm hearing. A couple months. The first card talks about the bureaucracy, so it's gonna take some time. Joan Murray, thank you for your donation. Will I meet my romantic partner in November? Patience. So to me, that's not in November. I feel like end of year, early next year is what I feel. Joan Marie. Sandy Johnson, thank you for your donation. I just met one of my new coworkers today. She appears to be a narcissist. We both do different jobs, and I'm pay grade above her and a manager when she's not. She's jealous. Will she be an issue? Moment to moment, take it easy. I don't see that being a big issue. You have to weather this person. I feel like she's going to have problems of her own. And I feel like this is not going to be a problem. You just have to ignore it, continue to do what you do. Don't get too bogged down. She's going to have problem of her own. She's running into problems, stress. That's not for you. That's for her. Uh, don't even get anywhere near a worry here. This is going to be just fine. Babette, your son is choosing a roommate. Two are interested, a trans woman and a man. He likes them both. Who is the best roommate? They're both great. They're really both great. I have a hard time to say who to choose because the cards say both great. Um, I'm not going to make the choice for him, but what they say is that really you should choose on personality first. Personality. Christine Russell's. My husband and I, thank you for your donation, are finally living with our kids. Do you see our finances improving soon or coming into funds? Transformation. Yes, next year things are going to move. Flowering. This is a card of abundance. This is coming your way. Sharing. This is also a card of wealth. Next year is a really good year for you. Um, don't worry, the money is coming. I like that flowering and then that sharing. That's really, really good energies. Mary, thank you for your donation. Does my dad have a message? Does my dad have a message? Creativity. I felt like he wants you to use your spirituality and creativity. Silence, I think it may be because you haven't heard from him, but he's very much there in the background. Um, understanding. I feel like with him being on the other side, he has watched you and he has a good understanding that he maybe he didn't have before. Okay. So I felt like he came with a lot of understanding of you and your life and your situation. One more, no, we said we would do two, but this is game time. Game time. Uh, let's do a game. And the game is to win. Thank you, Caroline. It is to win a reading, a three questions reading, a video question. So that's kind of a nice prize, I think. Uh, so Let's do this one. Let's do this one. So this is to win a three-question reading. You know, the one that I usually do, but this one obviously is a prize, so you win it for free. Um, Try to be specific in your answer, because I feel like some of the answers might be quick, one word or two words, but I'm gonna look for something more substantial. So don't jump too quickly. I mean, of course, it is a speed, but you want to make sure that your answer really is not just one word. I'm looking for something like there's like a meaning to it. All right. What was the original? What was the original purpose of the jack o' lantern in the Celtic tradition? What was the original purpose of the jack o' lantern in the Celtic tradition? Yes, to scare away wandering spirits, to send the bad spirits away. And I believe that the person who kind of got it right, I believe, is Ness, to ward off evil spirits. So, congratulations, Ness, you won. This is really to scare away wandering spirits and to guide the lost souls. I believe that this is well deserved. Ness, you won. Congratulations. Oh, we need to give it to the next person. Oh, you're so kind. Okay, so who was the next person? You're really so kind. Pamela. Pamela. Ness has been kind enough to give you the three cards, the three questions reading. So you won that. You did win that. So congratulations, Pamela. You just have to email me your three questions, and then I'll send you a video with uh, with that. Congratulations. All right, and we're gonna have prize, one more prize, and then an announcement. But I want to answer the questions that are missing first, and I will need some help from the moderators um, for the questions that have been missing. So let me get to the questions. I see 444. Also, if you are a member, we're going to do a show with Sherry tomorrow. So that's on Zoom, and this is now recorded on YouTube. So you have a chance also to come and get some prizes. I would like to get a message from my parents who both passed away in 2016. You miss them very much, and I'm sorry for that. A message. They said don't look back to the past. Your parents want you breakthrough. They want you to move forward. They know that you've been very hurt, that you're in pain. They feel that this is them. Look at this beautiful card. This is your parents. Two beautiful trees. They want you to look forward. They're saying you carry this as a burden a little bit, your pain, your grief. They just want you to enjoy life and move forward. Um, Celeste, message from my husband Tom and his daughter Carol. Okay, now I understand. A message for your husband Tom and his daughter Carol. A message for Tom. Enjoy the moments, enjoy the small joys in life. Um, Enjoy, the small moments, the fun like we're having now. the small joys. That's what is Carol is saying. Intensity, carpe diem, live to the full amount. Uh, she just wants him to enjoy every single second, every single moment, as we all should do. But she really wants to remind him that. Judy, does my dad have a message for me regarding my stepmother stealing our inheritance and nephew stealing the property? He's very upset about it. Look at this control. I feel like exhaustion. So he's very upset about it. The exhaustion, I feel like he's reflecting on your exhaustion, the fact that you had that he cannot control this situation. And look at this card, the outsider. He feels like an outsider. Okay, like this. So he seems to be really upset and he feels like he doesn't have the power to change things, but he's very upset about it. I want to check with the moderators if I have missed donated questions. Ness or Vivian or Lisa. Yes, enjoy life. This is very important. We have one more game. One more game. Sunny, message from the guides. Sunny, message from the guide. It's interesting. They talk about maturity, which is really a sense of you to move towards a better understanding of life, to get into more of a perspective of life, to take a step back, um, to get a sense of taking some distance with your situation and looking at the bigger picture. That is what the guides want you to do. Deborah Ann, I forgot you. I feel like I did your question, but I might have. What was your question, Deborah Ann? I didn't. Your question was not attached. What was it? Yeah, thank you, Celtic Sea. Oh, I sorry, I forgot you was moderating today. I went completely blank. I just did Sunny. Deborah, and what was your question? It was not attached to the sticker. And Judith. So let me just say, Deborah Ann, Joanna. Okay, Deborah Ann, will you sell your house before the end of the year? Will you sell your house before the end of the year? I feel like this is moving into early next year, Deborah Ann. I get some delays energy. Hopefully there is a sense that it can happen sooner, but I feel like we're looking at early next year. So there was also Joanna. Yes, it's very stressful. I'm so sorry, Deborah Ann. I see it. That fighting energy, the stress. So there were two people that I missed, Joanna and maybe someone else. If you donated and I didn't do your questions, you can email me. I will do that by email so that you don't feel like Lynn. I will do that too. Lynn AW and Joanna. Sherry, you can also email me. I have you three. You just email me and Holly. I thought I'm using the Osho deck tarot. Okay, Last question. And the last question, I feel like I will also send, the Third Wish magazine, but it will be a digital version. We haven't done that yet. There's digital version and there's their paper version. So that would be a digital version. And with the last question, Okay, last question for as a quiz. Uh, what does the word or the translation son of the dragon mean in Romanian? How do you translate son of the dragon in Romanian? Yes, Dracula. And this is who won is the Juniper Veil. You were the first one. Congratulations, Juniper Veil. You won a digital version of the magazine. And I will put the link after this show on my channel on how to get the paper or the digital version of the magazine. So you will see that. I have also noted. Oh, you were, Ellen? Ellen R, you got that too? Let me just check. It shows that you were second, Ellen. I'm sorry, you were second. So congratulations, Juniper Veil. And I have noted, I just want to make sure of the couple people who donated who didn't get their reading. Joanna, Lynn, Sherry, Alice, and Holly. You can email me your question. So I wanted to share with you, I said that there was a surprise to everyone. And the surprise is that I am releasing 2026 predictions by signs using my cards for every one of the 12 signs. And that will come right now within the next 5 minutes on the YouTube channel. It's all being recorded. And so you can, whatever your sign is, you can see my predictions for 2026, and it's open to everyone. So that will be opening up within the next 5-10 minutes, where I release your predictions. And actually, it ties back to some of the prediction in the magazine. But in my predictions, we look at the theme of the year, the key shift of the year, your spiritual lesson, your message, your challenge, your advice, your health, your love, your work, your finances. All of that is coming up in those videos. And all of you have access to that within the next 5 minutes. So that's like a surprise. I've worked hard to record all those 12 videos. And yes, within the next 5-10 minutes, you can see all that. Thank you all for being here. I hope you had fun. It was fun for me. It was like a game. We played some games, did some questions. I really appreciate you and the community. If you're a member, we will do that again with Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, on Zoom, in person, not recorded on YouTube. It will be a little bit more private. And links, whether you're interested about the deck, the Oracle deck of the whales or the magazine, the digital or the paper version, there will be links as well if you want to get that or offer that to someone. And for those of you who want prizes, just email me And then the few people that donated but didn't get their question answered, just email me, and then I will send you your reading tomorrow. Thank you all. Thank you to the moderators, Celtic Seer, Viviane, Lisa, Ness. You've been super helpful. Uh, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.